Here's her last tumbling run.
Take punch from those legs.
Hi, this is Warner.
It's no secret that Europe dominated gymnastics in the 70s and the 80s. This success may be due to its athletes' physical abilities, discipline, and outstanding performances. Notably, Nadia Comaneci, a Romanian teenager, who made history in the world of gymnastics by becoming the first and youngest gymnast to obtain a perfect 10, an incredibly unachievable score. Despite her legendary standing in gymnastics, numerous previously unknown details about her are now being revealed. Join us as we uncover surprising facts about Nadia Comaneci, from her difficult beginnings in Romania to her successful global moments. Early life and professional career. Nadia Elena Comaneci was born on the 12th of November 1961 in Onesti, a small village in Romania's Carpathian Mountains. Her parents, Gheorghe and Stefania Comaneci, divorced in the 1970s, with her father going to Bucharest. She grew up in the Romanian Orthodox Church with her younger brother Adrian. Nadia's enormous energy prompted her mother to enroll her in gymnastics classes from the start. She began gymnastics at the age of 6 with the local team, The Flame, and her talent drew the attention of instructors Duncan and Munteanu. She attended Bela Caroli's experimental gymnastics school at the age of 6, after he saw her and a friend doing cartwheels in a schoolyard. Comaneci competed in the National Junior Championships in 1969 when she was only 8 years old and finished 13th. The following year, she won, demonstrating her early gymnastics skills. Nadia competed in her first international competition, a dual junior meet between Romania and Yugoslavia in 1971, winning her first all-around title and contributing to the team's gold medal achievement. In 1970, at the age of 9, Comaneci became the youngest gymnast ever to win the Romanian nationals. Over the next few years, she competed in national competitions in Romania, as well as dual meets against countries such as Hungary, Italy, and Poland. Consider how amazing it would have been for her to accomplish all of this at such a young age. Nadia won all-around gold, as well as vault and uneven bars titles, at the Junior Friendship Tournament, a significant international meet for junior gymnasts, in 1973, when she was just 11 years old. Her quest continued, and after years of hard physical competition, Nadia Comaneci earned a sports education degree from the Politehnica University of Bucharest, laying the path for her future job as a gymnastics teacher. Hers is a narrative of perseverance and early achievement, beginning with the discovery of her talents by Bela Caroli at the age of 6, which led to a magnificent gymnastics career that captivated the globe. Taking the first step into international competitions, Nadia Comaneci's international championship journey highlighted her outstanding potential and established her as a gymnastics sensation. At the age of 13, she created a name for herself at the European Women's Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Skien, Norway. Comaneci accomplished a remarkable accomplishment by winning the all-around title and gold in every event except the floor exercise, where she finished a respectable second. Nadia continued her golden streak in 1975, winning the Champions All competition and earning the all-around title. Her success continued at the Romanian National Championships, where she won first place in all-around, vault, beam, and bars. Comaneci also competed in the pre-Olympic test event in Montreal, where she once again demonstrated her brilliance by earning gold medals in all-around and balancing beam, as well as silver medals in vault, floor, and bars. While Comaneci's dominance was obvious, she faced stiff competition from outstanding Soviet gymnast Nelly Kim, who would become one of her most formidable opponents over the next 5 years. The two gymnasts frequently competed against each other in numerous events, which added an extra dimension of excitement to the gymnastics scene. In her younger years, Comaneci demonstrated her promise by winning 3 gold medals at a pre-Olympic junior competition for communist bloc nations in 1972. The years that followed, 1973 and 1974, marked her as the all-rounder junior champion, paving the way for her crossover to adult tournaments. Comaneci competed as a senior gymnast against the fearsome Russian gymnast Lyudmila Turishcheva, a five-time European champion in 1975. Nadia outperformed Turishcheva in this fierce competition, winning 4 gold medals and 1 silver. This triumph cemented Comaneci's status as a dominant force in world gymnastics. Nadia Comaneci's journey through the international championships during these years not only demonstrated her remarkable skill and tenacity, but also laid the groundwork for her memorable performances in the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal. Her accomplishments inspired aspiring gymnasts all across the world, and her legacy continues to have an impact on the sport. The Cup of America. Nadia Comaneci displayed her remarkable skills for the entire world at the inaugural American Cup held at Madison Square Garden in Manhattan in March of 1976. This competition was a watershed point in her career because she received rare, perfect scores of 10 for her vault in the preliminary round and her immaculate floor exercise routine in the final, sealing her triumph. At the age of 14, Comaneci met American gymnast Bart Connor for the first time in this event. Even though Connor remembered the event, Comaneci confessed in her memoirs that she needed to be reminded of it later in life. Interestingly, both Nadia Comaneci and Bart Connor won silver cups and were photographed together after their victories. They had no idea that a few months later, they would both compete in the highly anticipated 1976 Summer Olympics. Comaneci would go on to make history with her overwhelming performances, whereas Connor played a more minor role in the competition. Connor admitted, "Nobody knew me and Comaneci certainly didn't pay attention to me." The American Cup not only highlighted Nadia's gymnastic perfection, but also marked the beginning of connections that would later play a role in the unfolding narrative of their respective careers. The Olympic Games. Nadia Comaneci's spectacular performance in the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal was a watershed moment in gymnastics history. She fascinated the whole world when she became the first woman to get a perfect 10 in an Olympic gymnastics event at the age of 14. The significance of this achievement was highlighted further because Omega, the official Olympics scoreboard manufacturer, had not programmed the scoreboard for perfect scores, resulting in Comaneci's perfect 10 being displayed as 1.0. Nadia continued to shine during the Montreal Games, earning 6 additional perfect scores. Her extraordinary talent earned her 3 gold medals in the uneven bars, balancing beam, and individual all-around competition. She added a bronze medal for her floor exercise and a silver as a member of the second-place Romanian national team to her amazing collection. Comaneci's outstanding performance revolutionized both her sport and the expectations of female athletes, pulling attention away from Olga Korbut, the Munich Games sweetheart. During the Montreal Olympics, Nelly Kim, a Soviet gymnast, emerged as Comaneci's main adversary. Kim became the second gymnast to receive a perfect 10, raising the stakes even higher. Comaneci's accomplishments went beyond medals. She was the first Romanian gymnast to win the Olympic all-around title. Notably, at the age of 14, she held the record for the youngest Olympic gymnastics all-around champion. This achievement prompted modifications in the sport's age eligibility regulations, which now require gymnasts to be at least 16 in the same calendar year as the Olympics. Nadia's achievements were recognized with awards such as the BBC Overseas Sports Personality of the Year for 1976 and the Associated Press's 1976 Female Athlete of the Year. Back in Romania, she received the Sickle and Hammer Gold Medal for her remarkable success and was named a Hero of Socialist Labor, becoming the youngest Romanian to receive such recognition during Nicolae Ceausescu's administration. And this was just the beginning. The Nadia Theme. Following her spectacular performance at the 1976 Olympic Games, Nadia Comaneci received additional acclaim when her country named her a Hero of Socialist Labor. But it wasn't simply her physical ability that stayed with people throughout the world. It was also the compelling music that accompanied her floor exercises. After the Olympics, the instrumental piece, originally named Cotton's Dream, and part of the musical theme for the 1971 film Bless the Beasts and Children, took on new significance. This piece of music also served as the title theme for the American soap opera The Young and the Restless. Nadia's connection to this legendary piece of music was strengthened when Robert Ryder played it over slow-motion montages of Comaneci on ABC's Wide World of Sports. The tune struck a chord with audiences and quickly became a top 10 single in the fall of 1976. Recognizing the impact it had on Nadia's image, the composers, Barry Dvorak and Perry Botkin Jr., renamed it Nadia's Theme in her honor. Despite the song's newfound popularity and association with Comaneci, it's important to note that she never performed her floor exercises to Nadia's theme. Her actual floor exercise music was a lively medley of "Yes Sir, That's My Baby" and "Jump in the Line," beautifully arranged for piano. The discrepancy between the well-known Nadia's Theme and her real performance music demonstrates the fascinating ways in which narratives and perceptions may change. While Nadia's Theme was not explicitly associated with her routines, its influence was apparent. The song achieved international popularity, collecting a Grammy Award in 1977. Nadia's Theme became not only a musical symbol of Comaneci's legacy, but it also emphasized the unusual intersections of sports and popular culture. Its association with slow-motion montages of Nadia's gymnastic abilities cemented the relationship between the music and her memorable performances, resulting in a cultural phenomenon that was beyond the bounds of the sports world. A gymnast's struggles. Nadia Comaneci's life was defined by a key chapter from 1977 to 1979, which included both victories and obstacles. She successfully defended her European all-around championship in 1977. However, controversy loomed as suspicions regarding the competition's scoring developed. In reaction, Romania's leader, Nicolae Ceausescu, ordered the entire gymnastics team, including Comaneci, to return home. Despite the controversy, the squad complied with the directives and left the tournament during the event finals. Changes occurred in Comaneci's training routine after the year 1977. Under Ceausescu's instruction, the Romanian Gymnastics Federation withdrew her from her longtime coaches, the Carolius, and sent her to Bucharest for training at the sports complex. Comaneci suffered from the bodily changes that came with her growth throughout this transition. Her gymnastics abilities deteriorated, resulting in a reduction in her overall well-being. During this trying time, she experienced such deep misery that she lost the will to live. After surviving an attempt to end her life, Comaneci competed in the 1978 World Championships in Strasbourg, where she was 7 inches taller and 21 pounds heavier than in the 1976 Olympics. Despite finishing 4th in the all-around due to a fall on the uneven bars, Comaneci won the world title on beam and a silver medal on vault. Comaneci was allowed to return to Deva and the Carolius School after the World Championships in 1998. She made history in 1979 by winning her 3rd consecutive European all-around title, an incredible feat for any gymnast, male or female. Comaneci faced new challenges at the World Championships in Fort Worth that December. She was hospitalized for blood poisoning after leading the field in the compulsory competition due to a gash in her wrist caused by her metal grip buckle. Despite doctors' orders, she left the hospital to compete on the balance beam, where she scored an astounding 9.95. This played a crucial role in Romania winning its first team gold medal. Despite her outstanding performance, Comaneci had to spend many days rehabilitating in All Saints Hospital and had a minor surgical surgery to treat an infected hand that had formed an abscess. These years demonstrated Comaneci's tenacity, demonstrating her ability to traverse both triumphs and losses in her gymnastics career. The difficulties she endured during this period only added to the richness of her biography, emphasizing the human side of her incredible career. Olympic Games again. Nadia Comaneci's extraordinary gymnastics adventure continued with the 1988 Olympic Games in Moscow. Despite global tensions and the US boycott as a result of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, Comaneci, representing Romania, took part in these games. The Romanian government billed the tournament as the first all-communist games, but Comaneci described the mood as walking into a lion's den, given the Russians' home advantage. Despite the controversy surrounding the scoring in the all-around and floor exercise competitions, Comaneci won 2 gold medals, demonstrating her persistent potential. One for the balancing beam, and one for the floor exercise, when she tied with her Montreal Olympics competitor, Soviet gymnast Nelly Kim. She also won 2 silver medals, one for team all-around and one for individual all-around. Her coach, Bela Karolyi, protested what he saw as unjust scoring, and his comments were televised. The Romanian government, according to Comaneci's memoir, was dissatisfied with Karolyi's public actions, viewing it as humiliation. This resulted in a difficult era for Karolyi. Nadia continued to make history after the 1988 Olympics by being the only gymnast to defend her Olympic gold medal on the balance beam apparatus. Her contributions to gymnastics went beyond her individual feats, since her coach, Bela Karolyi, was essential in the sport's growth. Karolyi defected to the United States in 1981 after guiding the Romanian national team through 2 Olympiads, eventually leading the nation's gymnastic program to its first World Championships. In the years that followed, Comaneci resigned from competitive gymnastics in 1984. Her journey, however, did not finish there. She defected to the United States via Hungary in 1989, marking a turning point in her life. Comaneci became a U.S. citizen in 2001 and worked as a coach for the Romanian national team before embarking on a new chapter in her life. The complications and achievements of her post-competition years highlight Nadia Comaneci's enduring mark on the world of gymnastics, the Nadia 81 Tour and meeting Bart. Nadia Comaneci was invited by the Gymnastics Federation to participate in the official tour Nadia 81 in the United States in 1989, guided by her teachers Bela and Marta Karolyi. During this tour, she rode on a bus with American gymnasts, including Bart Connor, whom she had first met in 1976. Comaneci remembered Connor as cute, kind, and amusing, making a good impression on her throughout their bus exchanges. Bart Connor and Nadia Comaneci's paths intersected again at the first-ever American Cup, where they both won. A photographer recommended a kiss on the cheek for a portrait, kicking off a relationship that would eventually blossom into much more. While Comaneci established herself as a gymnastics icon with 7 perfect 10 scores at the 1976 Montreal Olympics, Connor finished 46th, with Comaneci admitting she didn't pay much attention to him. Their lives diverged in the years that followed. Comaneci returned for the 1988 Olympics, whereas Connor missed out owing to the United States boycott. Connor grasped his opportunity for fame in 1984, winning gold with the team and on the parallel bars. Comaneci, meanwhile, had retired by then. Their bond deepened in 1989 when Comaneci fled Romania and Bart provided his assistance, establishing a friendship that later blossomed into a love relationship. In 1994, he proposed to her, laying the groundwork for their subsequent marriage. Summer Olympics and getting out of Romania. Nadia Comaneci was once again the focus of the sports world during the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in 1984. Romania elected to participate despite a wave of boycotts by numerous communist countries in retaliation to the US-led boycott of the Moscow Olympics 4 years earlier. Comaneci, on the other hand, did not compete as a member of the Romanian squad, but rather as an observer. There were rumors that Romania's choice to participate in the Olympics was affected by a deal with the US to not allow defectors, which Comaneci addressed in her memoir. During the Games, she witnessed Bela Karolyi's new protege, American gymnast Mary Lou Retton, who won 5 medals, including 1 gold. The Romanian delegation, on the other hand, constantly supervised Comaneci, limiting her interactions and barring her from speaking with Karolyi. Despite her involvement in the Olympic environment, Comaneci's visits outside Romania were banned by the Romanian authorities. The authorities maintained control, allowing her just a few limited travels to Moscow and Cuba. Comaneci, who had been contemplating retirement for some time, officially announced her retirement in 1994, with a ceremony staged in Bucharest. The occasion, which marked the formal end of her competitive gymnastics career, was attended by the chairman of the International Olympic Committee. The turning point in Comaneci's life occurred on the night of 27 November 1989, a few weeks before the Romanian Revolution. She defected with a group of other Romanians, crossing the Hungary-Romania border near Senad. Their journey was difficult, largely on foot and at night, guided by Constantin Panait, a Romanian who eventually became an American citizen after defecting. They eventually found an aircraft to the United States after traveling through Hungary and Austria. This momentous day marked the start of a new chapter in Nadia Comaneci's life, as she moved from the limitations of political restraints to a life of freedom in the United States. Her path, both within and outside of the gymnastics arena, has left an indelible mark on the sport and is a monument to her tenacity and determination. Now, it's time for today's subscriber pick. Nadia Comaneci's incredible rise to gymnastics success was not without difficulties. Nadia Comaneci confirms what we already knew about the world of Olympic athletes. Details about the difficult conditions she encountered before her record-breaking Olympic triumphs have emerged. According to the book Nadia and the Securitate by Romanian author Stejarul Olaru, the legendary gymnast was exposed to brutal treatment, including being slapped and starved during her training under former coach Bela Carolii. This alarming information is based on records discovered in communist-era Romanian secret police files. The findings in Olaru's book shed light on the hard realities faced by teenage gymnasts at Bela and Martha Caroli's training camps. According to the book, even the secret police personnel voiced shock at the girls' treatment. When confronted with the claims, Bela Caroli did not dispute them. He expressed his nature of never being satisfied, emphasizing that victory is the ultimate aim. According to Caroli, his gymnasts are the best equipped in the world, despite undergoing tough training, and their success in competitions is the most important achievement. The discoveries in Nadia and the Securitate provide a more in-depth appreciation of the difficulties and sacrifices that led to Comaneci's historic achievements. Despite difficulties, Nadia Comaneci's perseverance and determination validate what many thought about the tough training environment she underwent to become a gymnastics star. The International Invitational. Nadia Comaneci's career continued in 1990, with significant achievements in both her personal and professional life. The following year, in 1991, she relocated to Oklahoma to assist her friend Bart Connor, another Olympic gold medalist, in operating his gymnastics school. During this period, she resided with Paul Ziert's family, and their friendship grew into something more, eventually leading to Ziert becoming her manager. Nadia Comaneci confirms what we already knew. Her friendship with Bart was bound to blossom into something deeper. Comaneci and Connor were friends at first, and it took them 4 years to decide to take their relationship to the next level. The Nadia Comaneci International Invitational was founded in 1994, and it welcomes gymnasts from level 4 to level 10. The tournament gained international notoriety over the years, hosting elite events in the mid-2010s, with prominent gymnasts such as Rebecca Andrade competing in 2013. Marriage in the United States. The year 1996 was significant for Comaneci because it was the year she returned to Romania for her wedding to Bart Connor, which took place in Bucharest. The wedding was held over 2 days. The civil ceremony took place on the 26th of April, followed by the religious ceremony on 27th of April. This wedding occurred following the collapse of the communist regime and the formation of a capitalist Romania. The government greeted her as a national hero, and the wedding was a lavish occasion that was broadcast live across the country. The event for the newlyweds was held in the former presidential palace, representing a monumental occasion. Following their wedding, Bart joked that he would be known as Mr. Nadia Comaneci. On 18 May 1997, Nadia Comaneci and Bart Connor took on a different stage when they guest starred on the Season 3 finale of Touched by an Angel. They did a quick floor exercise as part of a montage in a memorable sequence. Connor has accepted the trials of being married to a global gymnastics legend in stride, joking that he is the +1 when attending the Olympics. Their 20-year marriage is a true fairy tale, and in June of 2006, the couple welcomed their son Dylan into the world. With their everlasting love story, Bart Connor and Nadia Comaneci have not only formed a family, but also continued to promote gymnastics, demonstrating the lasting impact of their connection both in and out of the gym. As her life progressed, Comaneci became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2001 while maintaining her Romanian citizenship. Comaneci's influence extended beyond her personal life, as proven by her appearance as the featured speaker at Monticello's 6th Annual Independence Day Naturalization Ceremony on 4th July 2012. Being the first athlete invited to speak at the ceremony was a historic moment. In October of 1997, Montreal honored her legacy by renaming a section of the Olympic Park Place Nadia Comaneci. The 1990s were a time of transition and growth for Nadia Comaneci, encompassing love, family, and continued contributions to the world of gymnastics, demonstrating the enduring spirit of an Olympic legend. Being in charge. Nadia Comaneci's involvement in leadership positions extends beyond her gymnastics career, demonstrating her commitment to a variety of causes and events. During the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens, her historic Montreal uneven bars routine with a perfect 10 was used in an Adidas ad, underscoring the lasting influence of her accomplishments. Comaneci, together with her husband Bart Connor, transitioned to the job of commentator for the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing, contributing their expertise to the coverage. On 21 July 2012, Comaneci, joined by former basketball star John Amaechi, took part in the Olympic torch relay during the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. Carrying the Olympic torch to the roof of the O2 Arena, she became a part of the grand ritual that symbolizes the Olympic spirit's oneness. Her involvement with the Olympic Games continued, and before the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Comaneci appeared in a Tide advertisement titled The Evolution of Power, alongside gymnasts Simone Biles and Dominique Dawes. Aside from endorsements, she provided daily analysis during the Games, co-hosting the late-night show E Campeão on Brazil's Sport TV with previous Olympic champions. Comaneci's dedication to charity causes is also noteworthy. She funded the construction and management of the Nadia Comaneci Children's Clinic in Bucharest herself, creating a key resource that provides low-cost and free medical and social support to Romanian children. Her dedication was honored in 2003, when the Romanian government named her an honorary consul general of Romania to the United States, underlining her contribution to developing bilateral relations between the two countries. Furthermore, both Comaneci and Connor are active participants in the Special Olympics, using their platforms to help empower people with intellectual disabilities. Their engagement in this cause demonstrates their ongoing commitment to making a positive difference outside of gymnastics. Notably, Comaneci took part in the 7th season of Donald Trump's reality show, The Celebrity Apprentice, to raise donations for charity. Despite being a member of the Impresario squad, which was eventually defeated, her participation revealed a different side of her nature. Trump's decision to fire Comaneci did not dampen her enthusiasm for the event, as she stated that her motivation was rooted in a desire to contribute to humanitarian causes. Nadia Comaneci's numerous leadership responsibilities show not only her iconic reputation in gymnastics, but also her lasting commitment to philanthropy, the Olympic movement, and making a good difference in the lives of others. Books and awards. Nadia Comaneci's talents went beyond the gymnastics field during her successful career, earning her countless medals and prizes. In 1993, she became the second person, after Olga Korbut, to be inducted into the International Gymnastics Hall of Fame. 6 years later, in 1986, she earned the renowned World Sports Award of the Century, crowning herself as Athlete of the Century at a ceremony in Vienna, Austria. Comaneci has received numerous prizes throughout the years, including the United Press International Athlete of the Year Award, the Hero of Socialist Labor Award, and the Associated Press Athlete of the Year. Her global significance was shown when she was named BBC Overseas Sports Personality of the Year, the International Women's Sports Hall of Fame, the Marca Leyenda Award, and the Flo Hyman Award followed. Comaneci received an author's honor in 2004 with the publication of her book, Letters to a Young Gymnast, as part of Basic Books' Art of Mentoring series. This open examination of her experiences provides insight into gymnastics culture. Her writing efforts continued with the publication of her memoir, Nadia. Comaneci's influence extended beyond written words and found expression in film. In 1984, a biographical television film titled Nadia chronicled her life, however. It was created without her participation. She later expressed her dissatisfaction with the film, claiming that it twisted her life. In 2015, Katie Holmes filmed a short documentary titled Eternal Princess, which premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival, continuing the cinematic portrayal of her journey. In 2016, Arte France aired Nadia Comaneci, The Gymnast and the Dictator, a Paula Rappaport documentary on her life. Her presence in the entertainment industry reached new heights when Universal Pictures hired Comaneci to voice Granny Norma in the animated film The Lorax. This venture demonstrated her capabilities outside of the gymnastics sphere. In the realm of literature, the year 2001 saw the release of a biographical volume, Nadia and the Securitate, by Steșarel Olaru in Romanian. This book adds a fresh dimension to our comprehension of Comaneci's life. Comaneci is still involved in gymnastics today, providing television commentary, writing for gymnastic periodicals, and traveling the world to promote the sport. Her legacy is inscribed not only in the accolades she received and the books and films she produced, but also in her continuous commitment to inspiring future generations of gymnasts. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.